What's up, guys? So, I don't know if I have Pleco eggs or not, honestly. But my female Pleco has been guarding an entrance to a cave slash rock type deal I put inside there for her. Inside there for the crawdad and the 55. And today I had to take it out. Now, I had to take it out due to the simple fact of it, I'm 99% certain that there are eggs inside of it. Before I took it out, I was 100% certain. Now I'm not certain at all. But I took it out because of the simple fact of that the goldfish and the bichers and the koi have been very aggressive towards the entrance of the thing, of the rock. And my female Pleco has been destroying everything. Like, she's messed up a couple of my goldfish fins. That's because they keep trying to get inside the rock with her. So I pulled the rock out today. And I now have the rock. I now have the rock and her, along with what could potentially be eggs that I'm seeing inside of my little 2.5 gallon. Now, I know some of you are going to think that's really small, given the actual overall size of my female Pleco, and I could not agree more with you, but at the same point in time, if these are Pleco eggs that I'm seeing, and, my phone charger, my phone's right back, so I'm probably going to get kicked off live, actually, so... Hopefully not, but more than likely I will. Yep, hit 5%, click in. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so I pulled the rock out, and when I pulled the rock out, I looked it underneath it, and there are thousands of these teeny tiny little, like, green egg-looking things. Now, I know they're not algae, because if it was algae, it'd be growing everywhere, not just inside the rock. And with how aggressive my female Pleco has been towards the entrance, I'm thinking that they're eggs. Now, they're very tiny. They're probably about the size of a ballpoint pen. You know, the tip of a ballpoint pen. And I didn't want to do this with the fact that the other fish are messing with her as hard as they are. And the fact that she's already damaged a couple goldfish fins. I wanted to try to ease her and ease the tank down a little bit, so I had to take them out. And I probably lost a bunch of eggs in the process, because when I had the rock flipped over, there were some of them green, some of them floating around, so I just poured them into the tank, and hopefully they'll settle to the bottom. And since she is in the 2.5 gallon, now she is alone, so she has nothing to worry about. And I'm just hoping that that's what's, you know, I hope they're not eggs, due to the simple fact of I just disturbed them, but at the same time I kind of hope that they are, and hopefully I can get some of them to hatch. But I've never seen Pleco eggs before, and I'm pretty sure Pleco eggs are like all eggs, and they're supposed to be yellow. I've never seen a species of fish that lays an odd color of egg, you know? It's always yellow or golden. Or cleared, you know? But I don't know, but I'm about to do a 50% water change, so I just took like 2.4 gallons, which you can actually see the water line where the water was to where the water is now. But I'm about to do a 50% water change on it anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But let me just pull you down and kind of show you the setup. And yes, I agree, the 2.5 gallons is not big enough at all, but it's what I have at the moment. And she's on top of my heater, which is the worst part. Okay, so here she is. Here's my little female. I don't know if you'll be able to see up in there or not. Hang on a second. I've got water all over the place right now. Especially if you're trying to pour a 4-gallon thing into 2.5 gallons of water. There, maybe that'd have made a difference. Oh yeah. Is there something swimming? My knee's getting extremely hot. And you see how she like flared out? Now look, she's gonna take off inside of there. Oh no, she's not. But, I mean, I can't show them to you. They're too small, I guess. I'm trying to see if I can see a cluster of them, because she has them kind of clustered. And the thing is, they're stranded together, almost like balls. They look like balls. They're perfectly round, and they're in this clear casing. They're all inside of it, so I know it's not algae, because I've never seen algae that does that. Uh-oh, where's my female beta? She's probably hiding from the male. I decided I was going to take the crown, the orchid crown, by the way. Just so people... This is not pee. It's that Freezer Welch's apple juice. It's gone bad. That stuff goes bad quick. You gotta drink it within like 24 hours. I just did that night before last and I didn't drink it all, so... Yeah, so I took the orchid crown male and I released the little vanilla veil-tail female that I got. And no aggression so far. He's kind of chased her around, nipped at her a little bit, but other than that, she's been following him around. Another quick update on the koi betas. The male koi beta had like 25% of the 10-gallon covered in bubbles. Like, this whole right side was full of bubbles. And it started raining like yesterday, so I had to stuff my blankets and stuff inside of the... I just had to start stuffing them. So, they're inside the old dragon tank right now. It's cleaned out, but I'm not worried about it. But I'm a little annoyed that when I removed the shirt over the top, it popped a lot of the bubbles. But God, look at the size of those koi. Look at the size of that dude. He's the biggest fish in the tank right now. It's all a debris filled right here now, but I've just got crap just everywhere, just scattered everywhere. And then right here, I have to do a rehouse soon. That would be the one of the green bottle blues I got from my buddy Nick. All my other tarantulas are underneath the fish tank right now. I'm actually shocked we don't have any snail eggs yet. I figured that would have happened by now with as many of them as I have in there. But I'm gonna go out and probably pick up some apple snails at some point. And yeah, I'm gonna add some more water into the tank for her, kind of like calm the current down a little bit for her. But my thing is if she doesn't go back in there, the main reason I'm guards the nest is just to protect it. Also, she helps to oxygenate it by using her fins to, move water across the eggs. In a situation like this, with the filtration system, all I have to do is turn it up higher and it'll do it itself. But I'm pretty sure Pleco eggs are white. I mean, not white, but yellow. So if Pleco eggs are yellow, then these aren't Pleco eggs. They're green strands of something. I don't know what the hell they are. Oh, she darted out of nowhere. No aggression whatsoever. This dude, on the other hand, he's just an ass, but he's working on his new bubble nest. I've got lids from the old beta tanks that you get, the little cups you get the betas in. I got lids floating on top of the water now, so the males will put their bubble nests underneath that, and it should work really well for them as long as they stay. But I figured I'd go live just to let you guys know what I had done. But I mean, I just think about this. Like, if some of you are gonna get pissed off, and I am perfectly fine with that. You're within your right to get pissed off for something that I've done. Yeah, see, I had to stuff all my blankets and stuff just everywhere. And I've still got to go pick up a damn light for the red tail up here because it decided it wanted to blow, and I managed to find one working light, so I gave it to the big red tails. And yeah, I got to go to Walmart and pick up another one of those lights. I'm actually gonna pick up like 8 or 10 this time, just so I have extras because shit happens. Stuff pops all the time. And with the amount of stuff I have running down here, I've got, Jesus Christ, way too much running down here. Hey, Jess. So, like I said, some of you are probably going to get pissed off for what I did, but at the same time, I'm not worried about the eggs surviving, honestly. If that is what these are, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, this is what I wanted them to do. I wanted them to breed, but at the same time, I was wanting to have them in like a 10-gallon or something. Something I could really control, something that just had plecos in it. And that's not the case. I didn't get another 10-gallon that I could use at the moment. So, I mean, I had the Bichers in the 10-gallon, which now the Bichers are inside of the 55-gallon, and they're loving it. And if you ask me, the tank's a little overcrowded now that I have the rock out and I have the light on. There's like 20 fish in there or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 23 fish. I am good. But oh, that's not including snails, but I don't count snails. Snails don't take up much space anyway. They don't move a lot. So, if these are Pleco eggs, then, I have taken them out of the tank, put the mother inside of this tank with them, And if they do hatch, they hatch. If they don't, they don't. If they are Pleco, they're green though. I mean, I've never seen green fish eggs. So I don't think they're Pleco eggs. They're weird. They're connected. They're stranded together. It's like floss inside of there, but they're stuck everywhere. And she's been guarding the crap out of the entrance of this. Like if a fish comes by, she'll chase it away. Like she's actually attacked a couple of my goldfish. That's why I had to take her out, because she had a goldfish. She had a hold of a goldfish that refused to leave out of there, and she was just mounting it. Count betas real quick. 6 betas. 40 or so guppies, 3 mollies, 2 banjo catfish, Coriodoris. I think that's it in that tank. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 15 or 20 bluegill, 3 koi, 2 plecos, and 3 bichers. And that's about it with the fish, I think. Oh, I have 8 betas. I have 2 juveniles that I'm still growing up. They're absolute babies, like hatchling babies that for my last breed. So working on 2 more now, trying to get them to breed. And it looks like the male just yeah, he's doing the bubble nest. Sweet. Okay, that's awesome. I did make a mistake today. I went to let the female out of the her little vial that I have her inside of, the vase inside the 10-gallon with the male. And when I removed the shirt that I had blocking the front to give them privacy, and the male made the biggest bubble nest I've ever seen in my life. This thing was like 25% of the 10-gallon tank or more. I kid you not. It was literally almost half. So I removed the top to let her out, and the bubble started popping. And so I have to wait now to breed those guys and keep her inside there till he starts the bubble nest again. I just shut their light off though, because it. Well, I didn't shut it off. I moved it back on top of the fish tank, and I'm gonna put the another one of those. I don't know what they're called. They're like National Geographic LED lights. They're these things right here. I'm gonna put one of them on the 10-gallon. That'll be enough for them. Because my fish haven't had light for 4 or 5 days now that I've been courtshipping these guys, so they needed light. But I mean, the overall aggression level that she had towards other fish. Why does it still say in low battery? Oh, it's 8%. I mean, she had a goldfish by the body, just shaking it back and forth inside of the rock. So I had no choice but to get her out. And I've noticed this has been going on for about a week and a half or so. I'd give it 2 weeks roughly that I've noticed this is going on. And the first time I noticed it was before the crawfish died, and she was fighting the crawfish out of the hole. She refused to let him inside the hole, or her. Let me rephrase that since she's gone now. And there was a snail inside there. And this is when I really noticed the aggression. Was when a snail got inside there. The snail refused to leave, and it kept trying to crawl back inside. So every time it would crawl back inside, she'd just snatch and start shaking it. And it was violent. Like, it'd go cloudy inside there, and you just see the snail come flying out. And it just kept the snails just kept trying to get in there, and she keeps throwing them out. So the amount of stress level that's put on her and the fish in the tank, I thought it to be best to take her out and put her in the little 2.5 gallon. Like I said, it's not ideal at all, but it's what I can do at the moment. And I mean, I bet if I left him in there and, you know, don't do it, be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. Oh, it's always, oh, don't do it. Oh, she turned to him real quick. She's not ready. She's still running from him. He's not attacking her, though. He's being good. So, knock on wood, that's how it continues, that he's good to her. Hopefully she just hurries up and submits, and, you know, this can happen. Yes, I put the rock inside with her and everything. It's right here. Like I said, it's not a big setup, but it's what I could do at the moment. And it's going to cause her stress levels to go down because nothing can mess with her inside of here. So here she is. She's got really cool patterns, striations all over her. And then inside of here, you can't see them. They're that small. I can't even spot them really. They're all up towards the top. Oh, there we go. I saw green. Right there. Big cluster of green there. Another cluster right there in the middle. I can't zoom in. Oh, shit. I can't zoom in well enough on them to see them. They're that small. But there's a bunch of them just floating around in the tank now. Maybe, but I've never seen green fish eggs. You know, they sit in a Dr. Seuss book, you know. every Pleco egg or every fish egg that I've ever seen, on YouTube or in real life has always been yellow. Being a guy who does a lot of fishing, I use a lot of bait, and I use a lot of fish predominantly throughout the year to catch flatheads and bass and, catfish and other species of catfish and things like that. And anytime that's been breeding season for like the bluegill or the chub or the other miscellaneous bait fish that we have here that we use for bait to catch these fish, we've cut them open and the eggs have always been yellow. So I don't know what color Pleco eggs are supposed to be, but I'm fairly certain it's supposed to be yellow. And any video I've tried to watch already has been videos of Plecos laying eggs and guarding them, never showing the actual eggs. And any eggs that I have seen are from bristlenose Plecos, which are easy as hell to breed, which for some reason my bristlenose is not getting any bigger. He's still tiny. I mean, he's probably gotten bigger since I got him, but not by much. They don't grow fast, I don't think, but I wish that the bristlenose Plecos grew as fast as the koi do. Because I'll tell you right now, I think I know for a fact the biggest fish I have inside there right now is that silver koi. He's like 8.5 inches. He's fucking huge. He's way too big for this tank. But I will say something, the Plecos have gotten big too. The male Pleco in here, let's just get a look at him real quickly. Oh, he's not going to go to the glass. You heard me talking about him. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's probably 7.5 inches now. He's a big boy. Look at the size of this freaking monster right here. Look at the belly on these things, though. Look at all the fish. All the fish are obese. I mean, look how unfed they are. I mean, just look how much neglect and abuse I put on them. I mean, their bellies are just, look at them. It's like they're obese. Look at it. My fish are fat, man. I think I have better ability keeping fish than I do reptiles at this point. Just honestly. But I stressed her out by moving her around, and I probably lost 90% of the babies. Hey, what's up, man? Yes, they are fat fish, dude. That is one thing no one can say. Like, yes, the tank looks like it's a little overcrowded, but the water level is down a lot. To mate what? And if you're talking about Plecos, I have no fucking idea, because I wasn't even trying to mate them. If that is what happened. If you know what Pleco eggs look like, what color are they supposed to be? Because these things are green and tiny. Like, they're micro tiny. Like, did you... Yeah, I hope no one's getting the impression that I'm talking about how to breed Plecos on here. No, I'm looking for advice on how to breed Plecos. I'm looking for, I know how to breed them. I just don't know when the best time is, because I guess they decide to do it on their own if you have a male and a female, but... These aren't bristlenose, which bristlenose are the #1 common bred Pleco. The Plecos that you get that are black from pet stores, those are wild-caught Plecos. Those aren't bred. I mean, technically they are, but they're bred from farm ponds down in Florida. I wouldn't mind getting a giant one to keep it in like a 200-gallon tank. Like, if I ever decide that I'm going to clean this side of the basement out and add a pond with a big heater, and I mean by a pond I mean just like a pool of some kind, and I add a heater to it, I'm really thinking about going to Uncle Bill's and picking up one of the monster Plecos they got, one of the 15-20-inch Plecos that they got, just to keep the algae down, because I'm going to have it tricked out down here if I do. But that's I don't think I'm going to do that. It just seems like, I don't know. But I posted a picture of my mirror koi on Facebook, and a buddy of mine told me that it was a ridiculously expensive breed. And I'm like, it's a PetSmart fish. It's a cheap fish. There's no way it could be, expensive. And he's like, easily, dude, you get $300 for it. And I'm like, how? He's like, one, it's a mirror carp. Apparently mirror koi, they're still carp, but mirror koi aren't common really in the PetSmart pet trade, so it's a rare genetic that come through. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's what a mirror koi looks like. Zoom, damn it. It only has scales in certain areas of this body. Unlike this dude who's solid scales, that dude only has a few scales. Other than that, he's just skin. And his scale pattern is on the top of his back, a few down the side, and then that's it. Plus, he's got like this little mask and these eyebrows, so apparently that's unique and it creates a trait. But I don't know. I mean, I couldn't imagine that a PetSmart fish would be an expensive fish at all. I can't see it. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I need to get onto one of the Facebook groups that talks about koi posting, like, hey, anybody know what kind of koi this is? Because I know the two silver that I have in there, they're common. But the green one, he's neon green. He's he's a mere koi, which you can catch mere carp out of White River. We have those here. I've seen them before. I've never caught them, but I've seen them. And they have like hardly no scales, or the scales they do have are oversized. They're small as hell on top of that, and they just have these cool pattern of scales on them. They're really neat looking. And his scales follow the ridge of his back and a little down his side, and that's it, and just a stripe line. So, yeah, there goes the Pleco. There goes the Pleco. Can we catch him? Can we catch him? There he is. I mean, I got him out today whenever I pulled her out to look at him to check and make sure his fins were okay and everything, because he was guarding the eggs with her too. He was focusing on the outside. He was hanging on the rock, and anything that would get too close to the entrance, he'd chase off before she did. But I guess anything that got really too close, she took care of. My micro koi doesn't look like it's that big in the belly. Are you eating enough, dude? You have to be. I know you fucking pigs. He just doesn't have... Maybe he's not eating as much. No, he's got a belly. Never mind. There it is. Okay, he flashed sideways on me, so... He's over here trying to make the bubble nest. He's making the bubble nest. I'm digging that. So, pray for me, guys. Hopefully we can get some more baby betas. And, there's the baby betas are making micro bubble nests. I don't know what that's about. That or it's rotting plant debris in the bottom. I doubt that, because the plants I have in there are alive, but there's these bubble patches forming on the top, and I think they're adorable as hell. They look like almost like the babies are making them. But I think what it is I have two, let me move this cup of dirt out of the way. No, okay, I know what it is. It's the plant debris breaking down inside of here, so those are bad. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I'd say they're bad, so. Yeah. Oh, look at you. Hi, little buddy. You're hungry, aren't you? I got some Infusoria in there for you. Just chase him down, you'll find him. Where's the other one? I have two of them, so hopefully he's still alive. They like to hide. They're really good at hiding. Their camouflage really well in this water I got them in. It's clean water. Oh, guys, I'm not seeing the other one. I think we're down to one, guys. I'm trying to get this other piece of this, it's not going to happen right yet. Leaf head seed. The snails tore it apart, and that's why I started to rot. I'm only seeing one baby. But I'm not seeing remains in the bottom. Oh, there he is. Hey, little buddy. He's on the Indian almond leaf right here. So let me just show you him really quickly, guys, since everybody's left. There's one of my babies right there. And then the other baby is... The comments are in the way. There we go. So, yeah. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and...